Well, hello, and welcome to the Holmes Cinema Clues, Masks, Mirrors, and Media, a show where film, television, and theater become a lens for understanding neurodiversity. Here, we go beyond the screen to explore the characters who mask, mirror, and struggle to belong, often hiding in plain sight. Join our hosts Dan and Dr. Stephanie Holmes as we invite you to step into the role of cinema detective to examine how autism, ADHD, and other neurodivergent experiences are portrayed in the media. This isn't therapy. It's not diagnosis. Rather, it's thoughtful conversation mixed with cultural analysis for a deeper look inside the stories that shape how we see ourselves as well as one another. So, settle in, sharpen your lens, and get ready to follow the clues with your hosts, Dan and Dr. Stephanie Holmes. Are you ready? Let's begin.
Every story has a subtext,
and every character has a code.
where some see a script.
We see a pattern.
I'm cinema agent Dr. Stephanie Holmes. I'm the autism researcher, autism specialist, neurodivergent ally,
And I'm Agent Dan. I'm the inside man.
so welcome back to Holmes Cinema Clues.
So we're investigating the neurodivergent evidence hiding in plain sight. The masks, the mirrors, the media, autism identity, and neurodivergent characters who are right there in front of you.
And as we've said before, we have 4 different case types that we like to talk about on the show. And today we're going to be covering 2, the neurodivergent magnet and possibly hiding in plain sight with one of the characters, Amber Wyatt. So it's very rare for Dan to spontaneously say, let's go see a movie. But one such day he said, hey, I've been following Steve Taylor and he's been mentioning this movie Sketch. Let's go see it. So we went and saw it. And so if you've seen our first segment with Steve Taylor is the lead producer for Sketch. So we are welcoming back to the show, Steve Taylor.
Thank you.
All right. So I get to do a lot more talking on this one because the therapist brain comes out in me. I really, first of all, want to talk about why were you so passionate about Sketch? As the lead producer, we watched everything, the director's cuts, the editor's cuts, all that good stuff. And you were one of the key people that really pushed this project forward. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, I'd known Seth, the writer-director, since he was a teenager, and he had worked on both movies that I directed, and then we'd collaborated on some short films and some promos and different things like that, music videos. And I knew that he had been working on this, to my knowledge, was his first feature screenplay. So he had sent it to me, I guess that would have been like 12 years ago, the first act of the first draft. And I gave him a few minor notes, but mostly it was just like, wow, I love this and I can't wait to see how it turns out. And then I stayed in touch. He had moved out to California with his family. He met Tony Hale, who ended up being the lead in Sketch. Tony, most people know as Buster in Arrested Development or Gary in Veep, and he's a fantastic actor. And he had tried to get it made in Hollywood and came close a couple of times, but ultimately was not successful in getting the money to make it. They were looking for, studio money and tens of millions of dollars. And he moved back to Nashville, where he's from, discouraged. And I got with him before I was heading out to Taiwan to work on another movie and wanted to see what was up with everything and asked him about Sketch. And he said, it's dead. And I was like, no way, it's too good of a project. He said, no, nobody wants it. And I said, well, give me the script, the latest version. So I read it when I was in Taiwan. And when I got back, I said, we can make this movie, but we just got to make it scrappy and independent, and it can be every bit as good of a movie as it would have been if a studio would have funded it. But come on, let's figure out a way to make this. And he was like, if you can find the money, and I'm terrible at raising money, but amazingly in a few weeks I had 2 different parties that wanted to do it. And so we secured funding quickly, and we're shooting in a matter of weeks after that. And I thought it turned out really well. It was premiered at the Toronto International Film Festival, and it's gotten fantastic reviews, and was picked up for distribution by Angel Studios and came out last summer.
And it was a great movie. And I'll have to say, I tend to be skeptical about certain movies. And so I was like,
Yes.
I don't know about this.
Right.
But I'll do this because Dan says this is a date night.
It was middle
like,
of the day. It was like, let's go see a movie. And when's the last
Right.
time I've ever said, let's go see a movie?
All right.
Yeah, wow.
So we'll show a clip real quick. So if you have not seen Sketch, we'll introduce you here through the trailer.
What is it? His name is Dave. No way. His name's Dave? I found this place in the woods. We dropped Amber's notebook in it. And now I'm worried that Amber's drawings might be alive.
Amber drew that? I know we're supposed to be scared of it, but it's kind of beautiful.
Run! You guys ready? No, I don't want to do this. I have to go to the bathroom. You couldn't have gone before we put all this stuff on? I didn't have to go then. Now I have to go too. Oh my God.
You're incredibly creative. But life is all about balancing the good and the bad.
It needs to be a weapon. A huge gun. No. A small gun. No. A bunch of small guns. Stop talking. You guys, we almost died in a bus crash. A monster tried to eat me. I didn't come all this way, pee my pants twice, just to give up and go home. Wait, you peed your pants twice?
I see you colored it in.
Do you think it made it less scary?
Oh, no. No, you don't have to worry about that.
So basics of the movie is kind of talking about a family and grief. What really drew me to it is I felt very connected to the dad because he kept getting calls from the teachers at school for silly things, for drawing pictures. I couldn't find it, but I was going to actually show on the show. We got a call one time because our daughter, who's on the spectrum, broke her pencil while she was in school. And they took the picture, they took the broken pencil, put it on a piece of paper, made a copy, and sent it home to show me that she had broken pencils. And I'm like, you know what? In therapy, we're working on not hitting people. I'm actually very fine.
That's right.
She's doing what her therapist taught her how to do. So I felt very connected to the dad. And then I also felt really connected to the girl. Now, sometimes in a show, we'll talk about diagnostically if the person was neurodivergent. And I can't prove the case that she was neurodivergent, but her wording, her disconnection, sometimes her missing social cues felt very much like a neurodivergent child. I saw my daughter, on that bus. And then in listening to Seth talk, he said in the director's portion that he does have ADHD, which, yes, his creativity, obviously, probably. Then he said his sister is kind of the character that he based it on, who was neurodivergent ADHD. So I was like, I was right. I don't have the proof. I just had a gut instinct.
Sketch started as an idea 6 years ago. My sister and I are both diagnosed ADHD. I mean, I wouldn't know that had she not been diagnosed as a kid. But what all happened was that she was in this negative feedback loop at school of getting in trouble, feeling terrible about herself, until one day she got so mad at her teacher that she drew a picture of her teacher being pelted by arrows with like a comical amount of blood in the picture. She ended up seeing a therapist as eventual results of this event, and the therapist asked her, "Did you really want to hurt your teacher?" She said, "Well, when I drew it, I did." The therapist said, "I think you made a very healthy choice. I think that drawing this picture was a much healthier choice than actually doing any kind of violence." When I heard that, I immediately thought that's the most badass thing to say to a child. Like, this thing that you did that has made everyone scared of you and made you feel like you're potentially a bad person was actually evidence of you being in a very healthy place. I just always thought that was so empowering and so cool.
So the monsters were super interesting. So that was kind of one of my questions. I wanted to kind of each of us talk about our favorite monster. So what was your favorite monster or sketch from the movie and bringing it to life?
I loved the eiders. I love the whole idea of eiders, and I just thought that was one of my favorites because I just thought it was such a crazy, interesting idea. But I also love Dave because, you know, what's not to like?
I say now that was my favorite one because what it reminded me of, sorry, Steve, but everything for my daughter was Steve. She named everything Steve.
Right.
So when she said she wanted Steve, I had no idea what she wanted, but it was named Steve.
It could have been her sax.
It could have been her sax. No, that was.
I love that.
But
Wow.
her bottle, her monkey, her whatever, everything was Steve. So I was like, that Dave kind of felt that same way to me, like this big blue monster named Dave.
Dave. Right. Yes.
Who did you like?
The tall orange one that ate.
Oh yeah,
the
blind one. Yes. It's terrifying.
It was the perfect example of that was when their friend, I can't remember his name.
The one you like love to not like.
Yes.
Right. Yes.
And he's standing there hollering, and then the siren goes off, and then the thing just hits right behind him because it can't quite get a sonic form of where does he actually stand. That was that was
unexpected.
Perfect. Yes.
Unexpected.
Yes.
What? How'd your Dave attacking the school bus? Clearly. I drew monsters attacking other people, too. Like who? Hello? Dave? Shoo! Go on, leave. Go away, you annoying! What the heck? Shut up! Calm down! Shut up! Calm down! Shut up! Shut up! Are you blind? What are you doing here? Saving you, beehole.
So you said this movie had to be made. It's not a topic we talk about well in the Christian world or the non-Christian world about grief. And so a little bit of a spoiler alert is Dad's really struggling with how to grieve. And as a former therapist, I'm watching this and thinking, if this little girl, if the family really did pick up and move, and they moved to a different town because Dad's trying to get away from his past and get away, from the town, this girl would definitely be pathologized if you didn't understand that she was in deep grief with no place to put that grief. But in her hometown, people knew, what had happened to the family. Still, nobody was talking about it. So I thought the therapist in the movie did a great job. I was like, yay for you. But what about the subject of grief and talking through grief? What about that made this a project you really wanted to be a part of?
Yeah, I loved that the way that the dad and the brother think they're doing the right thing by trying to, kind of change the subject or to remove the pictures of mom from the walls. And I love the way Tony played that role, because he's a guy who loves his daughter and it just wants to do what's best for his daughter. And he, you know, takes her to a counselor and is willing to listen and doing all the things. But he's going about, he's not clueless. He wants to do the right thing. He just is afraid he might be doing the wrong thing and doesn't know how to fix it. And Seth talks about, you know, his own children coming home one day with drawings of violent parent death. And it's like, oh my gosh, what have I done? You know? And so he took a lot. He's got 3 kids himself. And I think he got a lot just from being a family man himself and raising his own kids. And they hadn't gone through any major grief trauma like that, but he's an imaginative guy and could imagine what that must be like.
Yeah, so for educational purposes, hopefully I'll find the exact clip to share, but we're going under the assumption, or I am, that Amber's possibly neurodivergent. I mean, just the amount of markers and crafts that she has certainly tells me she has passionate, restricted special interest in that. But the one mistake Dad made, and the clip will show, is when she draws on her arms, it feels logical that the punishment fit the crime, and so he takes all of her art supplies.
What? What even is all that?
Tentacles.
Let me see. Okay, go to the bathroom and wash it off.
We already tried at school.
Well, clearly not hard enough. But first, bring me all your art supplies.
Why?
Because I'm going to take them for the rest of the week.
What?
Day. No, I'm going to take them for the rest of the week. Day.
That's not fair.
What's not fair is people thinking the wrong thing about you.
I don't care what people think of me.
Oh, well, you should. No, I didn't mean that. You know what I meant.
Why is my notebook brown?
Okay, look. I had to clean up everybody's room before the showing today, and I accidentally spilt coffee everywhere.
Did you look at it? Why did you pause?
Oh, come on.
You looked at it?
Sweetie.
You gave me your covenant.
You still have my covenant.
Do you even know what it means to give someone your covenant?
Do you?
Right.
And she's obviously very angry about that, as she's obedient, and she
Right.
throws him out of the room. But he took her voice.
Right.
He didn't understand that he took her voice, and he took the only way she had to express her feelings. And so that part, like, as the therapist inside of me was like, no. And I made that mistake too. You think, well, I'm going to take the thing that's the most salient. I want the biggest motivator and the biggest consequence. So I'm going to take the thing that they would hurt the most. But in certain situations, especially with neurodivergent children, you cannot take the restricted special interest. You cannot take their voice and the thing that they're attached to. And that was like, okay, Dad, you're doing such a good job, but ouch, you should not have taken those. That's
right. Yes.
Because then she gets in really big trouble because she's got no place to voice
put it.
all her
Right. Yeah. Oh, I love that.
What was the most creative part or the hardest part to produce of that movie?
The hardest part by far was the monsters, because we were Seth is really good with visual effects, but he also had really high standards for what he wanted, and he felt like he wasn't getting what he saw in his head from the work that he was doing. So the visual effects I thought would be done in 3 or 4 months, and it took a year and a half. It just took forever. And we ended up hiring, we had some people who really loved the movie who were willing to kind of put skin in the game and bring their VFX teams from Canada and from Australia and different places to help bring the visual effects together. We're working on a really tight budget. And so, one of the best compliments I got was from one of England's leading film critics, Mark Kermode. He said, it says this movie cost $3 million on the internet. He said, it looked like a $30 million movie to me. And it's like, well, thank you, because we think it looks really good too, but it definitely did not cost cost that much.
I think I heard in other interviews you were saying that this was Inside Out meets Jurassic Park, was how you were kind of framing
right.
this movie. One
Yeah.
other thing, the therapist in me, there was a part at the end where I don't know exactly what they're referring to her as, but it's the girl that's doing all the drawing in the hoodie.
Right.
And
Yes. Evil Amber.
Evil Amber. And
Yes.
I guess the part of me was like, okay, now according to internal family systems, that is a part of Amber, how she sees herself. So Jack says that's not who you are. And there was a part of me that says, oh, I wish they would have embraced her and somehow Amber could have embraced. That wasn't an evil part of her. It was just a grieving part of her. So that was the only part that,
Right.
oh, she's not evil. She's hurting.
Right.
Somebody hug her.
That's the one, isn't it? The first one you drew. Bowman, chill out, you're too loud. You chill out. That thing isn't after you, it's after me. I'm the one she drew with it cutting me in half.
Stabbing you really hard through the stomach.
Stabbing me really hard through the stomach.
She doesn't want you. She wants everyone. Anything that can die. All she wants is death.
Is that why it's drawing more monsters?
It's drawing more monsters because that's what she does. It's basically you, right? How many of those things do you think it's drawn?
Is that how you see yourself?
I'm thinking like 1,000,000, right?
That thing looks nothing like you. You're not like that. You're smart, you're funny, you care about people. You're not an evil person just because you drew some evil pictures. And anyone who thinks that is stupid and deserves to be cut in half.
Stabbed really hard through the stomach.
Listen to me.
Yeah, no, that's really good. I'm a little bit familiar with internal family systems, and I love the ideas of parts of us and trying to integrate all that. So yeah, I think we just needed some blood and guts in there. Yeah. Well, maybe not blood, but we needed guts.
There was no blood.
No blood.
Iders, though, that was the
no real guts.
The Iders, because when they got smashed, because they were red.
Right.
It just looked like a crime scene.
Yeah. I gotta say, I was sure this movie was going to be rated PG-13, and when the rating came back PG, I was frankly shocked. And as you may have heard, we got a fair bit of pushback from parents of younger kids who felt like it was too scary to be a PG movie, and I don't disagree. In England, it got rated the equivalent of PG-13, and when we were doing a screening there, I just found that out from the audience, and I said, "Oh, why is that?" And almost to a person, they were like, "Duh!" Like the fire
The guns, the weapons.
Yeah, the fire weapons. It's like where he takes like a spray can and lights it, and it says a flamethrower. And I'm like, oh, so you don't teach your kids how to make fire weapons in the UK like we do in the US? What's the matter with you?
Especially in the deep South.
That's right. Yes.
Turn anything into a weapon.
Yes, that's how you make it to YouTube.
Right.
That's right.
Yes. Y'all watch this is usually the beginning phrase.
Y'all watch this.
And it was like maybe so there was one almost word and then two others curse words. So maybe that got it right. Up to 13 over there too. But I'm being honest, I was pleasantly surprised by the movie.
Good.
I tend to get very critical of movies that are made from Christian people because there tends to be cheesiness and corniness.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm pleasantly surprised.
No, I don't blame you. It was not, it's not really a Christian movie. We ended up working with Angel Studios. Right. But they were the team that stepped up and said, we love this movie and want to put it out. And I thought they did a great job. But believe it or not, of all the what we call wide release movies that open on 2,000 or more screens in 2025, it's actually ranked on Rotten Tomatoes. It's the third best reviewed movie of the year. It's like Sinners and then a Soderbergh movie and then Sketch, and above all the other wide release movies that were nominated for or won Academy Awards. Like it was loved by critics. So we're hoping that eventually the word will get out. I'm sure it'll be someday a beloved family classic. I just would like it to happen in my lifetime. So we'll see.
Yes. Well, especially to use it, just like Inside Out with Disney Pixar of, discussing emotions. It doesn't discuss grief and loss, and especially something, in all the Disney movies, there's very rarely a mom unless she's a stepmom and very cruel. But this is a very real thing that a family lost a parent. And you really don't know. I guess to make it, genuine, we don't even know why mom died. They're not even talking about mom to the point. We don't even know why mom died, how she died. She's just gone. Yeah. And then, the son wants to bring her back to life. And that was a very touching scene. I was like definitely bawling.
Right. Yeah. That was a big moment, wasn't it? No, I know.
Finally are getting to the crux of this. You emotionally constipated men.
Yeah. It still gets me when I watch it.
So what would you say to people who haven't seen it yet? What is their why for reaching out for the movie?
Yeah. First off, I just think it's a really good movie. It's every once in a while you hear about a movie and you think, well, I don't need to see that. Or then someone else tells you, and eventually you're given, okay, I'll watch it. I've never met anybody outside of an angry parent who was upset that their 6-year-old watched it and is having nightmares. But otherwise, I've never talked to anybody who didn't think it was a great movie, and that just doesn't happen that often. So it's a really good movie, I think, to watch as a family. I would say normally like 8 years old and up, but teenagers really love the movie as well. It's kind of one of those rare movies that a whole family could sit and watch and really get a lot out of.
Yeah, you can defeat the monsters with water. So,
Yes, that's right. Think about it. There's no guns. There's water guns, but there's no blood.
Right. There's no true violence.
Right.
Not at all.
Yeah. No, it's.
What would you like to add? I've been doing all the talking. What was your kind of thoughts from your neurotype perspective?
So when we went, the only reason I went is because, frankly, Steve, is because it was on your Twitter. I was like, oh, Steve was connected to a movie. Maybe I'll go see that. And it just happened to, I didn't look it up. I didn't know anything about it. I did not know anything about the movie we were going to see. When
that's fun.
That's when I said, let's go see a movie. Because I won't watch trailers. I want to know nothing about the movie. And this one kind of happened by accident. It was, that movie's released this weekend. I wonder if it's near us. So when it turned out to be a grief story, I was completely shocked that that's actually what we were watching. And I left. I did this, at the same thing. You get to the end of the movie and you're seeing this emotional catharsis, this thing happen. And I'm like, wow. We leave and number one, it was just fun.
Right.
But it exposed such a topic that doesn't get the light of day.
Yeah.
and is very much an aspect of everybody's humanity. It is a real everything, just as much as a story about birth is real. This is just as much as real, and it just doesn't get the play, doesn't get the airtime or the um, thought space for a long period of time to really consume who am I, what do I feel, and what's true about the other people in this circle that are impacted by the same thing. That I left with, wow, somebody made a really good movie about a topic that is important and at the same time you don't put all of that together and get fun out of it. And that was remarkable for me.
Yeah. Well, that's nice. I'll pass that along to Seth too. He'll love hear that.
So yeah, I'm hoping one day maybe I can get Seth on here. And I'm curious about a little cucumber that a lot of us watched.
Right.
He's probably got ADHD too. We're going to have to examine a case file of that little cucumber.
I'm actually in his office right now. So
that's right.
Mike and I get to work together.
Well, thank you so much for your time today, Steve. We're just a little outfit here working out of our house, and we are so thankful that you were on and talking about this generosity of your time. We really appreciate
I've
that.
thoroughly enjoyed it. It's nice to see you both again, and yes, it's fun getting interviewed by a doctor. That doesn't happen very often too. So.
Oh, I'm glad I could oblige with that.
Yes.
Oh, so viewers, thank you. Until next time, we will be doing a series on ADHD and other types of neurodivergencies. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment. You can disagree respectfully, and we'll see you next time on Holmes Cinema Clues.
Hello? Hey, sorry, you're breaking up. Can you repeat that?
Where's my phone? Where's my phone?
I think this is the one. Great.
Sorry, I can't find my phone, and the school's trying to call me. I think something might be wrong.
I'll try calling you. Sorry.
I just saw a spider. We usually don't have spiders around here. Actually, I'm lying. We have a ton of spiders. We live near the woods.
You're bleeding.
What?
I'm sorry, can you elaborate on what you mean by a ton of spiders? Taylor.